Today's date is April 19th, also known as Bicycle Day. The day when, in 1943, Albert Hofmann first synthesized LSD. But, unfortunately, LSD is bad, and I would never do such a thing, so I have to resort to eating plants out of the ground. These right here are Hawaiian baby Woodrose seeds. They contain LSA, which, unlike LSD, which has to be synthesized in a lab, can be found right here in the dirt. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Alright, it rained outside, so I had to go inside, but I'm actually gonna do them now. I swear, this is the one. Usually the seeds have this skin on them, like a yellowish skin on them. Make sure to peel that off if you're gonna do it, because if you eat that shit, you'll die. That's not entirely true, you'll get a tummy ache, but same thing. Bottoms up. See, here's what I was afraid of. It said on the internet to chew these, but they're really hard. It's very sour. It's like I'm eating a tree. I saw someone on Reddit say they were boofing these. I considered that. I considered boofing them, but I decided against it. I'm thinking maybe I should have. My cat's playing with my microphone wire. More like, why are you doing that? All right, it's about T-minus maybe 5 minutes now. I definitely don't feel anything real, but I do feel maybe a little calm. That could be because it was raining outside and now I'm inside, or it could be placebo. That is a very good option, I think. Okay, I went and sat over on the couch with my girlfriend for a second, and my stomach hurts. And I knew this. This is a common thing with LSA. But God, that fast? I was just enjoying the sun. I was looking out the window, and then bellyache. For a second, I thought I was gonna throw up. Reflections are very interesting. I took 5 seeds, which is a relatively mild dose. I feel like I have to poop, but maybe I just had to poop already. It's like that feeling of anxiety when you're coming up on something, except it's a little bit increased because my belly hurts. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna throw up. You want me to close the door?
Watching my life, passing right in front of my eyes. Tell of the story, or is it boring? Can't claim to care, never been reluctant to share. 1,000 pieces of me. Don't you know nothing comes free? What mom don't know has taken its toll on me.
Mostly water, at least. I got the shakes. I'm like shaky. I'm cold. My forehead's really warm. It's like I poisoned myself. But at least the tapestry on my ceiling looks really cool. My brain is usually pretty ADHD riddled. By now, if I was just having a normal day, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'll go watch a YouTube video or go on Instagram Reels. But I just don't care about that right now. It's definitely getting a little hard to document because words are just things. Think about that. I was looking at the sky earlier. The clouds were moving, and so it felt like I was moving. I started to get a little seasick. Because what is the Earth if not a big boat for the universe? Think about that. So at this point, I was having a pretty hard time putting into words what I was experiencing. Because I'd thrown up so early on, the experience wasn't really what it could have been. The peaceful feeling I usually get from psychedelics wasn't that evident, and I was mostly just really tired. You know, there's this kind of peace that you get when you feel that you're connected to everything, and there's a kind of peace that you get when you're really sleepy. This is really sleepy. Ah. I think getting accustomed to the feeling of LSA was physically very hard for me because it sort of disconnected my body from my brain and my feelings from my thoughts, which in turn made me feel kind of objective. I was on the tram later with my girlfriend and these guys were making fun of my Crocs. Now, normally, of course, I would have shown them who's the real alpha in this situation, and that would have been the guy wearing Crocs, obviously. But this time, it just didn't really faze me. I guess I could see the situation more for what it was, which was a couple of guys that were sad because their shoes weren't as cool as mine. So I, being the mature adult that I am, let these other mature adults make fun of me until my girlfriend said, yeah, they're cool, right? The feeling of interconnectedness I get when I'm on psychedelics is usually one of interconnectedness with the universe, but this time I just felt really connected with the world around me and what was right in front of me, and it was very grounding in that way. I was a little upset at first that I'd thrown up because I had built this idea up in my head of making this video and having this full trip and documenting the whole thing. But the moment I let go of that, the moment I threw all expectation out the window, is when I truly started to feel it. I started to get this feeling that everything was just so unserious. It's almost funny how we as humans can take ourselves so seriously sometimes. Like, really, Morty? You're upset because you didn't get exactly what you wanted? It made me feel like a jester, like my existence is some sort of big prank from the universe. Like, we're gonna give this guy the perfect world and the exact body they'll need to traverse this world and everything right in front of them, but we're also gonna give them expectations. Morty thought the cycle of death and rebirth was for one lifetime only. They mad. I can get so caught up in my own thoughts and patterns sometimes that I can't see the big picture anymore. But now I was feeling grounded and jolly, and I even made a little smiley face in my napkin. Childlike wonder is fucking back, baby. For the rest of the night, I was just in a very curious mood. Everything was interesting and weird, and everything was really important. Like, the smallest piece of dust could be so significant. Either on a personal level, like, oh, this piece of dust means it represents my deceased grandfather, or on a very grounded scale, like this piece of dust comes from our skin and that means people have lived in this house, and isn't that so beautiful, you know? Substances like LSA and LSD and psilocybin can give us such insights into what the human mind is able to experience when it's not clouded by the brain or the ego. At the same time though, I did throw up a lot. I could even imagine some of what I experienced, like the slight visuals or the nausea, to be really frightening for somebody else. I, however, try my best during these experiences to take it for what it is, and it ended up teaching me a great lesson about playing the hand you're dealt and not taking things so seriously. All in all, I would say if you're gonna do LSA or any type of substance like this, tread lightly, but tread if you want. Yeah, okay, that was pretty good. What are you still doing here, man? Get the fuck out of here!